I was born in Australia. My dad was a former professional soccer player. So my mum and dad moved to Australia in 1985 and I was born in 1987. And then mum and I were constantly kind of traveling back and forth. My parents separated when I was 2 years old, even though I had no clue that they were separated until I was 16. To be honest with you, before the age of 14, I've probably traveled back and forth from Croatia to Australia over 20 times. It was very hard to have a stable friend base. Look at it this way. In Croatia, I would get bullied as the rich kid kangaroo from Australia. In Australia, I would get bullied as the poor kid from Croatia. I can't do what I do not want to do. So right now, you sit me in a classroom and I've got, let's say there's some, dickhead professor preaching some bullshit on the whiteboard. I'll start getting an anxiety attack and a panic attack. So that was one of the main reasons why I quit school, is because I just could not sit still in a classroom, listen to something that I did not want to be listening to. But I really have the best parents in the world, because who would do that? Who would let their child quit school at the age of 14 and follow their dream of becoming a professional soccer player and guiding them in whatever their dream is? Success in life is all about you and how much you can develop yourself to learn whatever it is that you want to learn and to get to wherever it is that you want to get to. It's in here and it's in here. I was very fortunate to become a professional soccer player at the age of 18. I signed a professional contract in Hong Kong, and it was probably one of the best times of my life. Just being able to sign that contract was, I would say, one of the biggest achievements in my life. I evaluated that I would not be able to secure my financial future and my family's financial future in those 8 to 10 years of me playing professional soccer. So I made the very tough decision to hang up the boots and chase a different path that was more dependent on me. And the only job that I could get at the time was working as a labourer on dirty construction sites in downtown Sydney, because once again, I had no formal education whatsoever. So I worked as a labourer for 4 years, saving every single penny that I could. I was living a very frugal life and dreaming about something bigger and better. I started really focusing on my own personal growth. So I was attending a ton of seminars, a ton of conventions, a ton of experts, reading everything and anything I could on real estate, stocks, business. I was networking with a lot of individuals that were already doing amazing things with their businesses. I still kept working hard as a laborer, still kept saving every penny. I networked. I genuinely believe that your network equals your net worth. The more people you speak to on a daily basis, the more you will grow as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, and just as an individual. And I managed to establish a relationship with a fellow that right now has a $100 million business in Australia. I chased him for 6 months, phone calls, emails, knocking on his door, and finally I got a job. I worked as his apprentice for like $400 or $500 a week. And he pretty much took me under his wing. We became great friends, and he gave me the foundations of me being the real estate investor and entrepreneur that I am today. I initially started building my property portfolio in Australia, and I built a very large portfolio in a short amount of time. I bought over 10 properties in 6 months on a $40,000 salary, and I got into $1 million worth of debt, right? Now, I was quickly able to realize that building a property portfolio for the purpose of calling myself a real estate investor and entrepreneur was not why we invest in real estate, right? We invest in real estate to supplement the current income that we're getting from a job that we do not want to be working in, right? It's about financial freedom. It's about passive income. It's about escaping the rat race. It's about kicking your boss up the ass and telling him to go and fuck himself, right? So I was fortunate enough to wake up and smell the roses and truly dig into why I started to invest in real estate and why I caught this real estate bug. And I realized that what I had to do was completely restructure what I was doing at the time. I had to focus on income producing properties. So I started liquidating my portfolio. I started getting out of the debt, and I started looking at where can I buy properties that are going to be producing the most amount of cash flow. I moved here with $15,000 in cash and over $1 million in debt, and It's not a fucking rags to riches story. I don't believe in that shit. It's a rags to hustle your fucking ass off story, right? Because I was able to create what you see right now with Ohio Cashflow. I mean, something that the market here in the US has not seen. No one offers a product similar to ours. No one offers a service similar to ours. I mean, we've turned a lot of heads with our company and our branding and our market and our product and our service. This business is not about me and it's not about Dominic. It genuinely is about our investors. It genuinely is about our employees and seeing them succeed. From our investors to our employees will give self-satisfaction to Dominic and myself. And that will give us, it will just give us more than any financial gain ever could. We will be very proud of creating something from scratch and seeing it flourish and seeing it continue growing. Okay, teamwork makes the dream work. Make sure that you surround yourself with the right people that will always have your best interest at heart, that are focused on delayed gratification rather than instant gratification. They say that success without fulfillment is the biggest failure. So this business is about fulfillment. Is that it?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, cool.